Well, supply chains of consumer goods may be global, but they all start on the local front. And the pre-pandemic just-in-time model of logistics, well, it faced serious challenges over the last 2.5 years. Well, challenges to Canada's supply chain, however, predate current backlogs, but the pandemic did prompt the federal government to create a national supply chain task force. Well, joining us now is Kara Oosterhuis. She is with Real Ag Radio with the latest insight on the current situation. Kara, thanks for your time again today. Now, the task force, they have finished an initial overview of the challenges at hand, and they've also released some recommendations in the latest report. Can you kind of walk us through a couple of those points?
Hi, Janet. Good morning. And, of course, happy Friday to you. So, yes, the globe is certainly not short of supply chain struggles. As you said, a national supply chain task force here in Canada has made some recommendations. I believe the number is 21, actually, on how to ease some of these struggles. The recommendations include developing strategies on easing port congestion, addressing labor shortages and employee retention, protecting corridors, border crossings, and gateways from disruption, developing a national transportation supply chain strategy, and engaging the United States and the provinces and territories to achieve mutual recognition of regulations, policies, and processes.
So how is agriculture impacted by these recommendations?
Greg Norsey, Vice President of Corporate Affairs for Pulse Canada, which, by the way, is a member of the Ag Transport Coalition, says that as an industry, agriculture is directly impacted by where these recommendations will lead. Pulses are largely moved by container, and the railways are critical infrastructure for all crop types.
So what is the focus of the ag industry going to be in regards to this latest report?
So Norsey notes that this report is not binding, but it is broad in scope and in scale for some of the recommendations. That has huge implications for budgets and also standard operating procedures for some government departments. Changes like that take some real political will to enact. Transport Canada is likely looking at having an overarching supply chain strategy that takes into account some of the recommendations, maybe some others, and so the focus for the agricultural industry would be to direct feedback on which recommendations would be prioritized, how we would like to implement it, and what the outcome of that implementation should look like.
Now, Kara, before we wrap things up, can you kind of give us a snapshot? We're, of course, a few miles south of you guys. What are current conditions in your neck of the woods there in Alberta right now?
In regards to harvest conditions or
across the board?
Yeah, you betcha. So we are, most of the crops are off in my neck of the woods. I'm in southern Alberta, and it is just starting to cool off. We have had much of an open fall, so it's been great for harvesting conditions, great for getting field work done. But I would say for most part, Western Canada is wrapped up, and Eastern Canada is just headed into corn harvest.
Now, whenever you say it's just starting to cool off, what kind of temperatures are we talking about for you?
So here, of course, we talk Celsius in this neck of the woods, but we've actually been really lucky looking at about 26 degrees Celsius, which is like 78 Fahrenheit, I believe. And now we're getting the freezing temperatures. We're starting to see some killing frost. So that's about -2 Celsius is what we're looking at.
All right. Well, Kara, we always appreciate your insight. Thank you very much for taking the time to chat with us. Again, Kara Oosterhuis, she is with Real Ag Radio. You can catch the show each afternoon at 4:30 Eastern on Rural Radio 147 Sirius XM. And we'll chat with them again here on the Market Day Report when Monday rolls around.